So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another transfer roundup video, the series where I sit down with you guys and we talk over the hottest topics, so transfers and all the news surrounding Manchester United throughout the summer. And before we get into the video, I just want to say from now on, before we get into it, there is going to be a change on when the videos do go live. I plan for it to be every Friday, but obviously as you can see from the last two times the videos have gone live, they've both gone live on a Saturday. It's just because I've been very busy. I haven't been able to get the videos out on a Friday, so it will now be a weekend thing. I can't tell you a day it will go live, but it will be definitely throughout the weekend. So it could be a Friday, it could be a Saturday, or it could be a Sunday. So I'm sorry about that, but I just can't guarantee that the videos will go live on a Friday. The best thing you guys can do is turn on the notification bell. As soon as the videos do go live, you guys get notified by it. So that's the best thing you guys can do. And also leave a like, guys, on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 7,300, so let's hope we can get there soon. But as always, guys, we've got so much to talk about, so let's get into it. There was some big news coming out this week regarding Erik ten Hag, who has signed a deal or his new contract within the club to keep him here until 2026. As always, guys, the outlets will be here on screen for you guys to read as well. And this was from Fabrizio Romano. Official: Erik ten Hag signs new deal at Manchester United, valid until 2026. So what that is telling me is that they're not rushing things here. They're not giving him and going gun-ho and giving him a 4-year deal for his extension. They're giving him a 1-year deal. So they're basically saying, we'll give you 1 year to prove yourself, and if it doesn't work, you're gone. That's what they're saying, which I do think is completely fair, because they could risk giving him a 4-year deal and it could not work out again. We could finish 7th or 8th again. That could happen, as a possibility. But at least then, when the contract's over, you can look for a new manager. If he's got a 4-year deal, you're struggling, aren't you? So I think it's definitely good. I would have expected a bigger deal and more trust in the manager, but obviously they're being very cautious about it, and they have every right to be a new regime, and we have to trust in what Ineos are doing. And with that, we also have Dan Ashworth, who is in as Manchester United sporting director. That was confirmed, but let's get into what Erik ten Hag said. I am very pleased to have reached an agreement with the club to continue working together. Looking back at the past 2 years, we can reflect with pride on the 2 trophies and many examples of progression from where we were when I joined. However, we must also be clear that there is still lots of hard work ahead to reach the levels expected of Manchester United, which means challenging for English and European titles. In my discussions with the club, we have found complete unity in our vision for reaching those goals, and we are all very strongly committed to making that journey together. So I'm happy for Ten Hag, I really am. As I mentioned in previous videos, I think he's deserved a new contract, he deserves another chance with this squad, and he's getting it, so I'm very happy with that, guys. A 1-year deal extension, I'm happy. It's the most excited I've been now within Manchester United for a very long time about the future of this club. So excited for it. And also Dan Ashworth in as sporting director. There was some news on that. I think it was from Fabrizio Romano as well. There we go. Manchester United are set to sign all documents for Dan Ashworth to be announced as a new sporting director. Compensation package agreed with Newcastle. As David Ornstein reports, it's all done. Ashworth will start immediately working closely with Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox. So yeah, he's in a sporting director now, and I just think it's brilliant. We picked up a very good asset in Dan Ashworth there. You've seen what he's done with Newcastle already, and just expanding over to Manchester United. I'm so excited for what the future holds with this club. And we also have a new goalkeeping coach as well. While we're on the topics of the club, the manager, the regime going on, let's talk over, I think one thing about that, about our new goalkeeping coach. Erik ten Hag chose Yale 10 Ruler to work with Andre Onana. Completely butchered that, guys, sorry about that. Alto Bindi and Tom Heaton. Richard Hartis, one of the current goalkeeping coaches, will leave after rejoining the club in 2019. So what I like about this is we're not only like switching up the coaching staff, in which now we're getting Ruben Nistelrooy and we're getting the go-ahead Eagles former manager as well. So 2 very strong bodies to work with Erik ten Hag. We're also expanding different positions as well, with the goalkeeping coaches, the fitness coaches. So we're just having a complete changeover within Manchester United, and I absolutely love it. nothing else about that really. That was from Laurie Whitwell. So a new goalkeeping coach. Hopefully that will improve Andre Onana's performances next season. So I'm excited about that as well. But yeah, I'm just so ready for this next season now. With everything changing, I'm excited to see what transfers we're going to do. Oh, it's so exciting, guys. It's so exciting. If you're not excited already, guys, be excited about it, because the future is only up for Manchester United from here. Dan Ashworth also spoke on Erik ten Hag as well. With 2 trophies in the past 2 seasons, Erik ten Hag has reinforced his record as one of the most consistently successful coaches in European football. We decided that Erik was the best partner for us to work with in driving up standards and outcomes. Of course, we know that Ten Hag still has a bit of an influence on what goes on within transfers, but it's not up to him anymore. He doesn't have full control on it, so hopefully that will be having more focus on driving the team forward and getting the team ready for the new season, and hopefully improving performances as well. So I'm really happy with that. And that's all we have on Erik ten Hag and Dan Ashworth and the goalkeeping coaches, guys. So some massive news there. Really happy about that. Let me know your thoughts down below. And we have a bit of news on Bruno Fernandes as well. I spoke on last week briefly about him potentially moving to Saudi Arabia. This was from Riyadh Hire. Goes, Erik ten Hag made it clear to Manchester United before his contract negotiations that he would like the club to keep Bruno Fernandes. And I do think that's something that we will do. I don't see him leaving, although there's a definite possibility if they come in, they offer Bruno Fernandes a lot of money to go to Saudi. Some people would say, he'd be stupid not to take it, but I definitely think his heart is within Manchester United, and he still has so many years at the top level, and that's why I desperately want him to stay, because he can't get back in that quality that Bruno Fernandes has. It will fill a massive void in the club, it really will. I think it will break a lot of players with him leaving, because his leadership is shown when he's playing on the pitch. He makes everyone better. So if he leaves, there could be a lot of trouble with the club. So I definitely want him to stay. I really want to keep him. I do think it's best for him as well to keep playing at the top when he can, because he's showing how good he is. He's world class. He really, really is. So yeah, that's all the news we have on Bruno Fernandes, and I do think we'll hear more about that situation, but I really don't think he will end up leaving. And we also have some massive news, guys, on Ligt. This week is looking like Ligt is a lot closer to joining Manchester United. This was from iPaper Sport and Pete Hall. United are negotiating with Bayern Munich for a cut price deal of 34 million for Ligt, and hoping to get the switch completed swiftly. And I tell you what, guys, for 34 million, that would be absolutely incredible. The caliber of player we are getting there in Ligt, a leader, still a fantastic player. He's still got a lot of time left at the highest level. He's still, very young as well. So we'd be getting a very good leader for 34 million. And again, partnering with him with Lisandro Martinez as well, it would be a no-brainer. It would absolutely be a no-brainer. We heard he rejected Liverpool and Bayern Munich. He only wants Manchester United. He's given the green light. The contract's there. He only wants Manchester United, but we have heard that negotiations are not in full force yet. There's still a lot to do, but he's given the green light and the contract is there. And that's the main thing for me. And it does look like Ligt will be joining Manchester United. I'm very confident in that he will make the move here. And to be fair, if we can get Braithwaite over the line as well, that would be absolutely brilliant. It really would be for our back line. Getting Ligt in, Braithwaite in as well. But I just don't see it all happening, because Braithwaite will want to play football every week. He'll want to play in the starting lineup. Ligt will as well. Martinez is there. He's definitely not going to lose his spot. So it's difficult. But yeah, for 34 million, that would be brilliant. And that was from People and iPaper Sports. A little bit of news on Braithwaite. Jared Braithwaite will not force through a move to Manchester United, despite verbally agreeing on terms with the club. We also heard about Braithwaite is getting increasingly frustrated with the lack of movement in this transfer of Manchester United. So again, frustration seeking through there, Jared Braithwaite. But again, Everton have every right to keep him at a 60 to 70 million price. But Manchester United, as we know, will not pay that. Any more news? Yeah, we have some big news as well on Rashford, but before that we also have a bit more news on Ligt, and this was from Ben Jacobs. Manchester United are now in formal talks with Bayern Munich over Matthias de Ligt. Initial discussions framed around a 40 million package. De Ligt open to the move, as I mentioned, and the overall cost of the deal is lower than United anticipated when De Ligt first came under consideration in March. So again, big news there for Manchester United and this deal with De Ligt. Very happy with that one. We also have some news, guys, some big news on Marcus Rashford and his potential move away from Manchester United. Again, I mentioned it in the Keep or Sell video. I said if a good offer comes in for Marcus Rashford, I would let him go. And there was some news breaking, I think it was yesterday, no, it was 2 days ago. Some breaking news from the men. Manchester United have not ruled out the possibility of allowing Marcus Rashford to leave and made a possible adjustment to the player's representation. It's understood Rashford's brother, Dwayne Maynard, has held discussions with an agency to potentially assist managing the United forward, and we also have a bit more news on that situation as well. PSG are not in the running for Marcus Rashford following reports that Manchester United could be open in the sale this window. So that was, I think, the destination we thought it was always going to be. He's been heavily linked there before. They've just lost Kylian Mbappe, so a player like Marcus Rashford would definitely suit their team. And again, they'd be the showstopper there. Everyone would love him in that team. And again, I do think he would be good in that type of team because he would be the spotlight, which recently he's not been at Manchester United. So PSG are not running for the Marcus Rashford deal at the moment. And was there any else on that? Yeah, and that's all the news we have on Marcus Rashford at the moment as well. A potential move is there. It's definitely something that will develop. And again, it seems like with a falling out between Rashford and Eric Ten Hag as well, you've seen what happened with Ronaldo. I know it's a totally different situation. And again, he's a player which is man-born and bred, loves the club. But again, a move for him, I think it would benefit his career at the moment. I do think it really would. Yeah, apparently Marcus Rashford, this was from the men as well, is rated at 80 million. And I'll tell you what, I don't think we're going to get 80 million for Marcus Rashford. But again, 60, 50 million for Marcus Rashford, I think it's fair. I think it's very, very fair. And, you know, we can definitely make easily 100 million at the moment. If we sell Rashford, sell McTominay, you know, sell Lindelof, sell Maguire, easily over 100 million there for assets we can buy or look into buying players with. So, you know, we have to get going quickly. But yeah, he's a player there which I think we have to keep close attention with him, because I do think something could definitely expand with that situation. A bit of news on Ugarte, guys. Of course, Manchester United linked with a Uruguayan from PSG. Again, a player which I do think could make the move to Manchester United after the Copa America is done. Manchester United faced competition from Bayern Munich for Manuel Ugarte, and that was from Jack Talbot. So yeah, a bit of news on Ugarte, but again, nothing too concrete at the moment. I think, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. We have a bit more news on Harry Maguire. This was from TalkSport. Manchester United are willing to listen to offers for the 31-year-old defender Harry Maguire this summer, as we know, a player which we can definitely get good money for, and a player we should be looking to let leave now, because Martinez, we're going to have De Ligt coming in hopefully, or maybe a Jared Ramsway, and his place is no longer within the team. And again, if I was Harry Maguire, I'd be thinking to myself, do you know what, I'm not getting into this team anymore. Let me try and make a move away. And I do think it definitely will be someone. It'll be definitely him over McTominay to leave the club. He will definitely leave the club before Scott McTominay does, is what I mean. And yeah, we have to listen for offers. I do think 30 to 40 million, we can definitely get that for Harry Maguire. I do think he's still a very good player. He's shown that this season. He has been one of our stronger players, and he's put in a lot of good performances, which is only going to boost his price for Manchester United. We're not going to get the original price we paid for him, but again, we can definitely get a good deal for him to raise funds for potential new players. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's transfer roundup video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a like. Please subscribe if you are new. We're so close to 7,300. And also, guys, as I said, don't expect the videos every Friday, but do expect them over the weekend. So notifications on, so you can instantly watch the video as soon as it goes live. We'll get notified by it. But yeah, smash a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.